Hi Aries, and this is Chrissy from In the Stars by Chrissy.com, and this is your July 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading. First and foremost, I do have to apologize. I do have bad lighting because I'm doing this at night. I'm trying to do my readings in the mornings, but it's really hard to, tune in and connect whenever it's morning. So maybe I'm just a nocturnal type of person, but I do best whenever I do my readings during the night. So yeah, um, again, please do bear with me. I'm trying to, find ways how to present my readings with you guys in a more presentable way. So in the meantime, I hope you guys will be able to tolerate this with me. So, and I know there's a lighting here, so I hope you guys can at least still see the images and everything. So, and if the video doesn't work, just listen to what I'm going to say because at the end of the day, that's really the most important thing. So, yeah, Aries. Um, Aries, I feel that, the month of July is really something that has to do with your past. There is a blast from the past right here. And this is not just because of, the Mercury retrograde and all that. And I don't want to go with the astrology here since I want to focus on the reading. But um, there are a lot of supporting factors that is telling me that whether you are liking it or not, you are going to face something in your past. You are going to probably, reminisce things or try to look back on things, something along those lines. But the good thing here is that, I do see the possibility of you reconnecting with someone in your past. So, yeah. Um, if you would notice, I do have quite a Lenormand cards over here at the corner of the reading. And this is really telling me the theme that is going to play out for you guys, And before I forget, I want to mention that this is a general reading, so this may not or may tune in with you or resonate with you. And yeah, this goes for all Aries out there, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising sign. Okay, so the situation for you right now, you do have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands here is really more of a planning kind of a theme here. It could be that you're planning or waiting for something to come about. Maybe, there is really something that you are debating yourself in. And with the challenge here, you do have the Ace of Rods. And the Ace of Rods is the card of new beginnings, It is that sort of energy that gives you a push of wanting to do something, wanting to move forward with something, wanting to take action. So, with the energy right here, I kind of feel that there is a form of hesitation, probably, there is something right here in your past that is making you wanting to take action on something, but at the same time, you're trying to resist yourself, for some reason, there could be various reasons, but I kind of feel that, a lot of Aries out there are trying to hold back with their desires, with their own feelings. Maybe, you have broken up with someone before, or you left someone, and you're now coming to a point wherein, you're starting to feel it, Sometimes when you leave a person and you're the one who broke up with them, it gives you a sense of superiority wherein, you feel that you're okay, and you don't care about things anymore. But it will come to a point wherein you start to feel emotional, you start to miss the person, you start to look back on that person and all that. So I kind of feel that this is really an energy here. In your recent past, you do have the Ace of Swords. So this could be a decision that you have made, or there has been some form of stalemate in a relationship. And the swords is a very air kind of energy here. So I would say that there could be some sharp words that has been said, or there is some form of stern decision that has happened or occurred. And this is, or it could be that, there's just a lot of things that are troubling you, regarding a certain relationship, or regarding in making a new beginning of some kind. So it makes me feel that um, a lot of Aries are a lot more confused with debating. And this could be, something that is happening to you, or someone that is probably, very much Aries oriented. The crowning energy is indeed the Seven of Cups right here, and with the foundation card with the Knight of Pentacles. And this is really telling us that, this could be a message that you wanted to, send. The Knight of Pentacles is always that, a message of some kind, or an invitation, or, it could be a man, or that specific person that you are interested in, basically. So, yeah, so there are a lot of confusion because maybe, you are feeling overwhelmed with the energies that are going on right now. Especially recently, we did had this total solar eclipse recently in the sign of Cancer, and that is bound to make us all feel vulnerable. And with Aries, of course, this is going to be affecting you quite highly because you are a very, despite how other people see things, you are a very feeling type of person, not in a feeling type of sense like Cancer, wherein it's really more uh, a sympathetic energy, but you feel things in a more, I would say, impulsive kind of way. You feel things when it is affecting you directly. It's not really about someone else, because it's really more about you. When things are happening to you, you are very sensitive to that, and that leads you to act on impulsive things. So yeah, because Aries is really more of in the head type of people, and I'm not judging anyone, and I'm just telling you guys the general outlook, really, the general personality of what a very Aries type of person will give. And with the Knight of Pentacles right here, this could mean that this person could be you, could be the other person involved, is taking their time, in making the decision. Maybe it is a decision that, can make or break things. Or it could be a decision wherein, there could be a final resolution to things. This is the card really that wanting to do things in a slow but sure type of way, not really a rushing type of card, which is, what an Aries usually is all about. But I kind of feel that, there are a lot of other factors involved here, which is why you're not rushing to, your own usual way. And I kind of feel that whoever this person is, things are not very simple. I kind of feel that there's a lot of complex issues involved here and a lot of foundation you are sharing with this person. In the near future, we do have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is not really the most positive card, especially showing up in the near future scenario. So I wanted to be positive about this, but this is about a person being regretful about things, maybe feeling sad or regretful that things did not work out. It could be that for some of you, you already have another relationship. It could be that you are already in a new relationship, but for some reason, the impact of the person in your past is still becoming um, very significant for you. Like, you break up with someone, you find someone new, and then you just have that form of realization that the person in your past is still the person that, that becomes really important to you, that, that makes you feel as if you're really in love. And if you're not with that person, it will make you be very shaky and emotional and all that. This can also mean that, maybe you are already in a relationship and there is something that is confusing you, you know, because this can also mean that, you are having some form of doubts in a certain relationship, or maybe you are in a relationship but you don't feel that you are exactly in a relationship, and that can create some form of a different set of frustration as a result. And it can make you feel alone, and a lot of negative feelings could come about. So yeah, with the Five of Cups here, this will also has the possibility to make you look on what has occurred in the past. This could be your own action. It could be, taking another look on a certain relationship that you had in the past. Is it really not worth it anymore? Is it really something that you should be leaving just like that, There is something that maybe you need to consider, because this is in coming in the future. It's not something that, you break up with someone that and then I'll just soak and cry my heart out. It's not something like that. And this is because of the cards that are involved right here. So I'm going to mention that a bit later. But this is really about, you might do something that has a relation with the past. And yeah. And also, if you are stopping yourself in connecting with a person in your past, then maybe this is, like a trigger or a turning point of some kind wherein you're becoming more depressed, which will make you take some actions, later on, possibly, which can have a good outcome of some kind. Who knows, right? So, yeah. And the next card that we have is the Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is really a very action-oriented card. It is also the card of victory. This is also telling me that whatever that you are really desiring and wanting for at this time, you are not really going to be taking a form of passive action. It's What I mean by passive action is that when you are repressing yourself, you're taking action, but it's a very repressive kind of way. And for me, repression and passiveness has its own similarity. So this could really be telling me that you are going to confront something, whatever it is, that news that comes to you or news that you are going to initiate, there's something that you are going to take action, and it's something that you will overcome. This is also a card of victory, but it is not a victory wherein, you just watch TV and then suddenly your ex or someone else asks you out. It's not something like that. It's something that has a form of hard work in it, you know. Maybe this is requiring you to take action on something, that sort of thing. We do have the temperance card over here as the external factors that are going to be involved in this whole scenario. And the temperance card is also another card for reconciliation. aside for the aside from being a very psychic card, it's also a very reconciliation card. And it is that card of making peace, trying to have some form of harmony in a situation. So that could be something that you are going to be focusing on and going to engage with a certain person in your life. And your hopes and fears here is the Six of Wands. So this is really, giving me that form of message and assumption, really, that whatever action that you take, you are, expecting some form of good results from it. And it could be that, you are hoping that if you have an if you are going to initiate some form of message to someone, you are hoping for some form of good news to come about. You are hoping that things are going to move forward and work out in a way that, a lot more less stressful. This is a very good card, really, because it's really telling us that, there is some form of success coming in your life. Even though it's your hopes and fears card, it's a very action oriented card, and usually it does produce some form of result. The final outcome card that you have here is the Six of Cups, and this is the reason why I am on to, really have that strong faith that, there is a form of reconnecting with someone that is going to be transpiring for you guys, whether you're single, in a relationship, in a complicated relationship, or in a marriage. There is something that you guys are going to rekindle upon. And the energy here is very good, actually. It's very emotions oriented, like as if your real emotions are going to be overflowing, regardless of what you're thinking, regardless of what you think is right or wrong in a certain situation. Your feelings is going to be the one that is going to lead you or lead this situation, really. So yeah, I do feel that there are some form of partnerships that are going to be really um harmonizing in a very connecting kind of way. This is not a reading wherein, I just see someone in the past going to contact you. It's not about, you know, seeing some form of movement going to happen in a certain situation. But I really feel that there is a form of, a connection that transpires within the month. There is a form of communication that happens um, within the month, really. So I do expect, some form of result. So whoever is really tuning into this reading, this could be one of those months that you get to hear from someone probably that you haven't heard from for quite a long time. This could be, a very this could be something to do with past lovers as well, past lovers getting back together. We do have the ring card here that represents that relationship and that bond. Also, I did pick a few cards here. It's usually a set of playing cards really that I would put some notes and messages where we're in. So it's just a set of normal playing cards that I always put some keywords on. And it's not something that it's not a very modern type of meaning, not a modern cartomancy method. I would say this is a really more ancient methods of meaning. So yeah, just explaining myself. Anyways, this set of cards is also supporting this breathing basically. And with two kings right here that are red, this is really, a positive partnership that is going to happen. There is a form of connection from a lover. Yeah, from a lover here that maybe that has already been cut off from you. That's this is why I wanted to show you guys the cards because we do have the five of spades here. The five of spades is a very, a painful card. It's something that cuts. It's sudden, and it's also the card of surprise, really, because it's something that you did not expect, and it has a heart in between. So it is something that's very close to your heart, you know, and maybe it is something that you have been wishing for, wanting for, because I do feel that there is some form of distance between you and this person, but ultimately it will lead to some form of connection with this person, and the two of you are going to communicate again to each other, and supposedly there is going to be some form of happiness right there, something very harmonious. We do have the card of love, emotional connection, and yeah, and one of the really good sign that this reading is for you is that this person, when they come and enter back in your life, they are more loving. They are a lot kind, they are not going to enter in your life in a very aggressive manner, not to a point wherein they are going to make an argument with you. Once they enter your life or once they connect back with you or reach out to you, you will see that, they are more affectionate, they are a lot more caring. So, regardless of how you ended with this person in the past, how they come into your life, it's something that you will definitely appreciate, whether you're mad at them or having some anger issues with them. It's something that you would want to experience. It's something that you want to feel as if they're doing things that you have always wanted, or things that will make your heart fluttery and all that. So yeah. Um anyway, so this is my reading for you, Aries out there, and I do hope that this reading has resonated with some of you guys. And yeah, if you'd like a personal reading with me, just go to my website in the stars by chrissy.com, and there are a few options right there. And yeah, I'll see you again next month, guys.